Cal Stewart, known as Uncle Josh. It's entitled Uncle Josh, Josh and the Lightning Rod Agent. And it portrays a salesman going around, which was a common thing in the 19th century, purveying the invention of Mr. Franklin of the previous century to put on your outbuildings in your house to prevent a strike of lightning. It's interesting that lightning strikes were more common before the development of electrical wires and the electrical infrastructure, as well as the telegraph, because these would often then take the telephone lines and telegraph lines often get struck by lightning, which prevents the lightning strikes from hitting houses. But prior to the advent of the electrical grid and the extensive amount of electrical lines, lightning strikes were much more common in residences and would cause fires and destroy them. And anyway, it's interesting. The lightning rod agent does an interesting piece of salesmanship, saying that you are irresponsible not having lightning rods and so forth, and then uses a generator with a crank generator to show what a powerful thing electricity is. Anyway, it's an interesting skit recorded about 1906 or so for the Indestructible Indestructible Record Company. It's a celluloid cylinder made somewhere around 1906.
I was sitting on our front porch, and a fella come along. He said, "Well, my dear sir, I'm astonished at you. I've looked over your entire premises, and I find you haven't got a lightning rod on any building that you possess. Why, my dear sir, don't you're flying right in the face of Providence? Why, my dear sir, I'm astonished at a man of your good common sense." I said, "Now, hold on. What do you got to tell?" Well, he told me he had some lightning rods, and he got out a little box and said he'd show me what a powerful thing electricity was. He told me to take hold of the handles, and he turned on the crank, and that darn thing just made me all over the porch and wouldn't let go. Well, I told him I guess he could put up a lightning rod or two, seeing as how I didn't have any. Well, I went over to Ezra Hoskins' house, and when I got back, I'll tell you, my place was a sight. It looked like a harrow turned upside down. There was 9 lightning rods on the barn. There was 2 on the hen house, 2 on the granary, 1 on the smoke house, 6 on my house, 2 on the chicken. And when I got there, that darn fool had the old muley cow cornered up trying to put a lightning rod on her. Well, I paid him for what he had done, and thank the Lord he hadn't done any more. Well, he got me to sign a paper that he had done a good job. Well, about a week after that, we had a thunderstorm, and I think the lightning struck everything on the place except spring wagon and old muley cow, and they didn't have any lightning rod on them. Getting all pretty lucky. The next day, a fella come along with that paper what I had signed, and I'll be doggone if it wanted a note for $650, and by gosh, I had to pay it. Again by shelter.